Have you ever noticed that the tighter you try to control something, the more it seems to slip away? Maybe you've tried to manifest something, money, a relationship, a new job, and instead of it flowing to you easily, you feel like you're stuck in a loop of stress and resistance. This is a sign that you're not allowing. You're controlling. And here's a powerful truth. Control blocks receiving. Allowing unlocks it. Let's break it down. We've been taught that if we plan every step, force every outcome, and manage every possibility, we'll get what we want. But manifesting doesn't work this way. Manifestation is not micromanagement. Trying to control the how or when something happens creates resistance. How come? Because control usually comes from fear. Fear that things won't go your way, or that you're not safe unless you force an outcome. Control is a survival instinct, but allowing is a creation instinct. Letting go of control isn't giving up. It's stepping into trust. It's understanding that you are not alone in this process. You are co-creating with a field of intelligence that sees far beyond what your logical mind can. Control comes from the mind, receiving comes from the heart. When you're in control mode, you're in your head. You're calculating, analyzing, doubting. But when you're in receiving mode, you're in your heart. You're present, open, and emotionally attuned to what feels good. Manifestation doesn't respond to stress. It responds to your frequency. If you're obsessing over timelines or trying to make it happen, you're tuned into a frequency of lack and struggle. And that's what the universe will mirror back. Instead, drop into your body. Breathe. Tune into your heart. Think, what does peace feel like? What would it feel like to know it's already yours? When you move from your head into your heart, you shift from control to trust, from stress to stillness, from forcing to receiving. Letting go is not passive. It's not, quote unquote, doing nothing. It's choosing presence over pressure, awareness over attachment. Try this simple practice. First, identify what you're trying to control, a person, a situation, an outcome. Next, feel the tension it creates in your body. And then breathe into it and say, I now choose to let go. I trust the timing. I trust the process. I am open to receive. And repeat this often. Letting go is like a muscle that you build. And ironically, the moment you stop gripping so tightly, what you want often flows in, easily and unexpectedly. Letting go creates space. So when you're full of worry and micromanagement, there's no room for inspiration, miracles, or creative solutions. Letting go is like clearing a cluttered room so light can enter in. Once you release control, you create space for the universe to surprise you. Have you ever had something show up the moment you stopped caring about it? That wasn't coincidence. That was space meeting readiness. Letting go doesn't mean you don't care. It means that you trust something larger than yourself to orchestrate what's best for you. Control is fear disguised as strategy. Often what we call quote-unquote planning or quote-unquote being responsible is just fear in clever disguise. We're scared to lose, scared to wait, scared to trust. But ask yourself, has all that control ever brought you true peace? Peace doesn't come from being in charge. It comes from being in alignment. You don't need to control everything to feel safe. You need to feel safe enough to stop controlling. When you release control, you step into your power, not because you're forcing outcomes, but because you're allowing flow. How to know you've shifted into receiving mode. You'll know you've let go when you feel lighter, not obsessed, when you're no longer refreshing your email or checking the clock, when you're busy just living your life, not waiting, when you feel a quiet knowing it is done. That calm confidence is the signal that your vibration is aligned with receiving. Inspired action versus control. Letting go doesn't mean you do nothing. It means you do the next thing that feels aligned without the pressure of needing it to control the outcome. That's what's called inspired action. It's different from efforting or striving. It's like a gentle nudge, a feeling, an inner spark that says, this feels right. You act from intuition, not panic. From joy, not desperation. That's when the magic happens. You don't have to know how. The quote-unquote how is not your job. The frequency is your job. Your job is to feel good now. Take aligned action and let the universe orchestrate the details. Trying to figure out how your desire will show up is like planting a seed and digging it up every day to see if it's growing. You kill the momentum with your doubt. Let go. Trust the seed. Water it with your energy. Let it bloom. A final thought. What you are seeking is also seeking you. You don't have to chase. You don't have to control. The moment you let go, the current picks you up. You allow yourself to be carried, not aimlessly, but intentionally, by the current of your own alignment. Your desires were never outside of you. They were just waiting for you to relax, release, and receive. Thank you for viewing. See you on the next one.